Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. I'm so glad I can film outside. Thank you for clicking on this video and making yourself a priority. I have not filmed much outside this whole summer. It's been too stinking hot. But it's beautiful now. Oh my God. And we still have the shade on the deck. We have it till probably after lunch. I'm filming this at 12:24. Normally, this video is up and done and dusted. I forgot. I guess because I haven't filmed on a Wednesday for so long, I forgot. I went to the store, I was out, vlogging, doing tomorrow's video, and totally forgot about today's. So that's why it's up late. So thank you for making yourself a priority. I wish I made it, you guys a priority already. But it is Wednesday Wisdom for Weight Loss, backed by popular demand. A lot of you like this little, video and topic, and where you guys ask questions, and I answer them as a person who's lost 116 pounds, as a Weight Watchers lifetime member, as somebody that's been on plan pretty consistently. Do I have all the answers? No. Are all my answers right? No. I mean, they may be right for me, but it might give you a guide, and that's what it's all about. I don't want to sit here and act like I know it all, and I do this, and I do that, and you should do this too, and whatever works for you, works for you, or works for me, works for me. And there's Bailey. So let's get to the questions. I don't think there's that many, so it won't be too long of a video. I also have one that was put in last week. I'm going to read. I have to go find it. Do you eat 6 times a day or just 3 times and then snacks in between? 3 times a day with snacks in between. Yes. I think it's better that way. Do I have less than a meal to have a snack? Maybe, sometimes. I mean, my lunches sometimes are pretty high in protein and not too many carbs in there. It's mostly vegetables and dip. Then I'll throw like maybe a rice cake for afternoon snack. But yeah, I definitely eat at least 6 times, 5 to 6 times a day. Not all like meals, but I definitely think the more you eat, the more your metabolism is revved. I think it does a disservice to put in big meals. Like there's people that are eating 2 meals a day and think that's okay. In my line here, I just think it's unrealistic to think that way. Nobody's sitting there telling you to eat hog wild. But you know what? A nice breakfast with a little, and snacks can be minimal. They could be a piece of fruit. They could be a vegetable. I'm not sitting here eating my face off, and most of my snacks, if you're a Weight Watcher, are probably 1.0 points, very minimal, but it just keeps your metabolism revved. Your metabolism gets sluggish when it slows down. When you're giving it a lot of food at one time, it makes it hard for your body to digest large amounts of food. That's why, especially for diabetics, it's always been recommended that they have 6 small meals a day. Just easier on your stomach, your digestive tract, your pancreas, your liver. When you get older, those things are just getting old. So yes, I'm trying to figure out how Weight Watchers figures. Hold on. It's Timmy calling. He can wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out how Weight Watchers figures out their point system. I've been logging on the app and counting calories. It makes no sense to me. It doesn't make sense. Back in the day when points first came around, you could figure a point was like 50 to 100 calories. This depends. Now it's all over the place with the algorithm, because things that have things like high saturated fat, high sugar, high carb, are usually high in point. Things that are low in sugar, low in fat, low in carbs, high in fiber, high in protein are usually lower in points. Calories really has no bearing, I think, on the Weight Watchers plan. And remember, calories, if you're going to be counting calories, I really hope you're counting the macros with them, because counting calories really don't mean anything when you think about it, because there's calories in potato chips. Are those bag of potato chips nutritious? Probably not. You want to have something that's high in protein, high in fiber, low in saturated fat, low in sugars you can get. Maybe with just natural sugar versus added sugar, because sometimes sugar naturally happens in things, and that's okay. It's a natural thing. But when they add stuff to that, then yeah, that's not the best thing. But it doesn't make any sense, because that's why, because the algorithm is looking, and like things on Weight Watchers will pull that out, since you brought that up. You could, and I say this a lot, you could have something that's 400 calories and 2 points, something that's 90 calories and 9 points. That makes 0 sense, I know, but it's because of that, 90 calories, it's sugar, it's fat, so you have to remember that Weight Watchers system is a little bit flawed, especially right now. I think back in the day when it was Points Plus, when all those things were determining Points Plus, maybe even Smart Points wasn't a bad option. But when they got to the personal points algorithm, I think everything went to hell in a handbasket. And everybody, I've never heard so much negativity about it. And I only thing I can come up with is the algorithm. The algorithm. Definitely pick one. You're counting, it's confusing. And I think the people that are double tracking are more confused than the people single tracking. That's when I went to track last week, I decided just to do one app. I'm not going to sit there and drive myself crazy. Especially for I'm not going to do it for my channel, because it's going to drive myself crazy. You have to do things that are, mentally relaxing. And it was just easier for me to focus on that. And most of the things I pretty much know the points anyway, so it was kind of easy. But yeah, definitely, if you're doing both, why? Because to me, do the macros and calories, get your weight off, then go to Weight Watchers for maintenance. That's an option, but that's just how I look at it. Could you select a savory meal from an online source and then tweak it to be Weight Watchers friendly? Explain how you do the calculations and come up with the individual serving points. Perhaps this would be a good standalone vlog. Roy, Recipes with Roy is doing something like that. Basically, what you do, you have to use a recipe builder, and you decide how many servings. Now, if you're already taking a recipe that's already created, it's going to tell you how many it serves. So that's half your battle. And then you put that. It'll ask you the name and ask you the servings. So that's the first thing. And then you look at the ingredients. What can you swap out? There's going to be oil, there's going to be butter, there's going to be cream. How can you lower, there's B, how could you lower, that? And it's usually those factors, oils, butters, creams are your big ones. You could sit there and try a substitution. You could sit there and or look at it, go to the Weight Watchers app. Look if you could if there's a recipe already created that's just like that. Because maybe somebody already did it. Maybe Weight Watchers already did it. Or go on Google. Maybe Skinny Taste already took care of that. Those sites, Skinny Taste, Emily Bites, they've done fantastic savory meals. So maybe they've done that already for you. So I would say check those resources before you drive yourself crazy. Because let me tell you something. It will drive you crazy. It will. But yeah, can you lower the butter? Can you use light butter? And then there's heavy cream. Can you use light cream? Can you use a fat-free cream of some sort, or half and half? I don't have a lot of recipes that have cream, so that's why I'm kind of I don't even know what to substitute that, because I don't normally use it. But could you use yogurt in place of that? Who knows? I've subbed out yogurt for a lot of things, and it's usually pretty good. But take the main high pointed ingredients and see if you can either lower them by using less, or if you could find a comparable substitution, or do everything. Google it. What can you Google? What can you substitute butter with? Margarine. And baked goods use usually applesauce, but in a savory dish, I don't think applesauce would work. But there's things out there. There's a big old bird up there that could help you. And then you just put in the recipe builder, and then it'll calculate the points. If you don't have an app to do that, then you'd have to figure that out, add up all the points, divide it amongst the serving sizes. So you can really figure it out. Or that's, that would be, of course, to check out, I don't know when Roy's doing that, but he said he's going to be, people are going to send him recipes, and he's going to explain how he would change that. So I could refer you to him. But that's, if you're asking what I would do, most times I do baked goods. I've never really do anything that has a cream sauce. I know I'm a big cream sauce person. Or you just put less on your portion and maybe put it in, sometimes you put stuff on the side. Maybe you can make the sauce that's on the side, and you could add it onto your own portion, and you'd be able to tell how much you actually have. That's always an option too. But that's, but yeah, you have to have some sort of a recipe builder to put it all in, and look at the ingredients and what could you exchange, and definitely go on to a Google and see what you could it'll take low fat substitution, low sugar substitution, and it'll give you one, and then you see how it works. Now, will it taste just as good? I don't know. It's trial and error with something like that. You're going to have to try it out and see if it's worth, how much you're saving in points and calories, if it's worth the taste. And some things you can make that are absolutely fabulous. And, you could sub something out and it's even better than the original, or it's just something a little bit different. So don't be afraid to try. I mean, that's the thing. Like, we're always afraid to try something new. Like, we're always afraid, like, what happens if it doesn't work out? So I need to turn off comments. Somebody else comments. Let me go grab that. So I hope that helped. I need to do the one from last week's video. Let me grab that one, because I didn't answer it I left it unanswered, so I wouldn't lose it, because if I answered I will lose it. This was on last week's thing. Okay, what if you know what you do know the right choices to have, and you have those moments where you just can't fight it? Any words of encouragement, like, you know what to do, you know what you should have and what you shouldn't have, basically is what she's saying, but you still made the wrong choice. That, is any words of encouragement. Sometimes having the wrong foods around, I know, is if you're that, I don't use the word weak, but if you have don't have that much self-control, then don't have those things around, because you have to be, to have, like, for me, I couldn't have things around because I didn't have that kind of self-control. I'm much better than I was. I'm still not 100% perfect. There's days I just grab and don't care. Don't have something, and sometimes having it out of your eyesight, because if you're having a bad moment and there it is right there, you're going to grab it. You're just going to grab it, and and you're not going to care. So again, keeping things like out of your eyesight, out of your range, put it in a cabinet, and maybe in the back of the cabinet. Tell whoever wants it where it is, or then tell them to put it someplace you don't see it. I always say that, because sometimes, like, they always say count to 5, do something for 5 minutes to get your mind off why you want to grab it. There's always something, and maybe if you're still 5 minutes later, still want it, then maybe have it. But you've given yourself the opportunity to get out of that hot moment where you're in that, like, hot moment where you're just like, you have to give yourself time to get out of that and see if you can calm yourself down enough to where you don't want it. Sometimes people will say, go out and take a walk. Go outside, beautiful fresh air while it's still nice out. Go out in the yard, do something, look at the flowers, look at the beautiful sky. Call a friend, text somebody, scroll Facebook. Let me tell you something. Scrolling Facebook and TikTok will suck up your time. You all of a sudden, it'll be an hour will go by, like, oh my God, where did this hour go? Social media will suck up your time. Instagram, TikTok. Look at the fun food that they have, and then just, maybe hopefully you'll get out of that hot zone, because you know what the right choice is, but you're making the wrong one because of something is bothering you normally. If you know it's right, but there's something wrong. So maybe getting away from that situation for a few minutes might calm you down, or grab something close by, like a cucumber and some tzatziki dip from Aldi, which I love. Like, maybe try to gravitate towards having some hummus in there, having some veggies and dip. I know it's like, we want the chocolate, we want the salt, that's what we want, but that's always the best for us. Or get the individual little bags of pretzels from the Dollar Tree. You get 6 pretzels in a little mini bag for only 2 points. They used to be 1. And have that and, like, dip that because it's salty and crunchy. And sometimes, I don't go to open another bag. And just have a little something after you've given yourself time to calm down. But sometimes taking deep breaths, getting away from it, scrolling social media. Go on YouTube, watch a Dish with D video. Go back to all my old ones. That'll really get, and you'll laugh too, because when you see some of them are pretty gosh darn funny back in the day. Yeah. But my favorite one is the ducks. When I'm vlogging on the way to work, and there's little ducks crossing the road, and they were so sweet. And then some lady comes barreling down the road. I thought she was going to kill them. I start to get a little bit upset. But yeah, watch some old videos, some old inspiration videos. I have tons of them. And, come to the lives. I always say that those lives are your lifeline, and they will help you. Put it if you're on the Facebook, put in the groups, I'm having a bad day. I need somebody to give me some encouragement, and somebody will. There's no shame in asking for help. There isn't. I think the shame is not asking when it's there available for you. So, or if you're on Weight Watchers, go into the Connect and just scroll through there. Again, going on social media will suck up your time. It will get you, it just gets you and all of a sudden hours go by. You can get on something on Netflix, watch a movie, watch your favorite television show. I watch, you're gonna laugh, I even admit this out loud, I watch old reruns of General Hospital on YouTube from 1980 to 85. Back when Luke and Laura were on the run. I watched the whole Ice Princess saga again. I watched The Wedding again. I don't know. It's part of my youth, I think, and it just, and you watch it and you're like, wow. It still, to me, stands the test of time today. So yeah, that's what I do. Find your favorite old show on YouTube and you'll be like, oh my God, I used to love this show. Yeah, I know. But that is it for today. So thank you all for whoever submitted questions. I appreciate it. If you enjoy this video, let me know with a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them in the group. I usually post the question on Tuesday morning if I remember. And you could ask it there, or if you don't have it, you could ask it definitely in the comment section below. I won't answer it because, well, it'll still stay. Because when you answer a question here, it takes it out of the queue. So then I forget where it goes. So it's easier for me not to answer it. It's like, why didn't Denise answer my question? Because she's saving it for the thing. So if she doesn't answer it, it stays in the queue. It's a trick. We all have tricks. So you can ask your question in the comment section below. What did you think to some of these questions? What were your answers for some of these questions? Did you agree with me? Did you disagree with me? I don't know. Hey, like I said, I don't know everything. I don't sit here and proclaim to know everything. I just know this is what I do. This is what helps me. This is what I'm doing currently. Because, things change, things evolve. You just don't know. Take one day at a time, one meal at a time, my lovelies. So that is it. If you are new here, welcome. If you yet to hit that subscribe button, join us here at Dish with D. We are a healthy lifestyle channel. We do recipes, we do lifestyle, we do food, we do talks. We do it all here. I try to cover the gamut, and we're vlogging today, day in the life, and tomorrow. This video, I'm filming today for tomorrow, but there's a giveaway on tomorrow's video, so keep your eye on out for tomorrow's video so you won't want to get entered into that. So I will dish with you later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for tuning in. I have regulars that tune into every video. I could sit here and read the phone book and you would tune in and watch it. And I so appreciate that. I've gotten to know so many of you here and you've all become dear friends of mine. We're all part of the same crew. So if you want to be part of that crew, we are on Facebook, Dish with D's Crew. Subscribe here, join us there. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram. I'm giving tips and tricks everywhere. So you just don't know where I'm going to pop up. But I will dish with you later. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every one of you who watch, even the bad videos. I appreciate that. And I will dish with you later. Bye-bye for now, my lovelies.